Hi guys, welcome to Maybe News. Today I've made you a video with the list of 10 the largest castles in the world. If you like this video, give it a thumb up and subscribe our channel. Let's get started. 10. Edinburgh Castle. Both as military stronghold and a royal residence, Edinburgh Castle has a remarkable Scottish history. The castle is constructed on an extinct volcanic mountain spread across the region of 35,737 square meters, with the oldest edifice, St. Margaret's Chapel, being built in the 12th century. The main attractions of the Edinburgh Castle are the chapel, Scottish War Memorial, Half Moon Battery, Crown Jewels of Scotland, and the 1 o'clock gun, the Stone of Destiny, and the National Museum. Nine. Citadel of Aleppo. The Aleppo Citadel is one of the oldest castles in the world. It stands on a 50-meter high hill in the center of Aleppo, in Syria. Usage of the hill dates back at least to the middle of the 3rd millennium before Christ. Subsequently occupied by many civilizations including the Greeks, Byzantines, Ayyubids and Mamluks, the majority of the construction as it stands today dates from the 13th century. The castle has been restored extensively over the course of its existence, but also endured considerable damages during the Battle of Aleppo. The castle reopened again in 2017, but still required additional repairs and restoration work. The castle is 39,804 square meters. 8. Himeji Castle. The 17th century hilltop castle is a Japanese national cultural treasure. Located on top of the hill, Himeyama in Himeji, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is built over 41,468 square meters and consists of 83 buildings made of wood. Himeji Castle is also known as the White Heron Castle, owing to its resemblance to a bird ready to take flight. It is the only castle in Japan to survive the Civil War and the Great Earthquake. It is also the largest castle in Asia and is undoubtedly one of the best castles in the world. 7. Buda Castle. With an area measuring over 11 acres, Hungary's Buda Castle was built on a castle hill in the present city of Budapest between 1247 and 1265 by King Bela IV, for the safety of the citizens of Buda following a Mongol raid. From 1410 to 1437, Buda Castle was the main residence of Holy Roman Emperor Sigismund, during whose long reign it was considered the largest Gothic palace of the late Middle Ages. After a lot of the construction to the old castle during the Ottoman era, the current palace that stands today was constructed between 1749 and 1769 and mostly reflects Baroque architecture. It was declared a UNESCO Heritage Site in 1987 and is currently home to the Budapest History Museum and the Hungarian National Gallery. Also, a famous pop singer Katy Perry used the castle's courtyard as a setting for her 2010 music video of Firework. 6. Spis Castle. Located on a travertine hill about 634 meters above sea level, in the Spis region of eastern Slovakia, Spis Castle is one of the Central Europe's largest medieval castles with an area spanning over 12 acres. Although the oldest recorded mention of the castle dates back to 12th century, it was renovated in the first half of the 13th century with the main body fortified by stone walls to protect the palace from the raiding Tatars. Spis Castle was then completely rebuilt in the 15th century. The palace architectural style was Romanesque in the beginning, but later rebuilt in the Gothic fashion. Spis Castle was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1993, and it presently functions as a museum. Its Gothic magnificence has been used as a film locations as seen in The Dragonheart from 1996 and The Last Legion from 2006. 5. Hohensalzburg Castle. Archbishop Gebhard built this beautiful fortress in the year 1077 AD, and since then the citadel is considered the biggest medieval fortress in Central Europe. It is built over a clifftop with an area of 54,523 square meters and gives a spectacular view of the city of Salzburg. A unique feature of this castle is its symbol, which is a lion holding a turnip. Presently, it functions as a fortress museum that displays medieval weapons, Roman coins, puppetry, and historic musical instruments. It also holds a St. George Chapel within its walls. 4. Windsor Castle. Built as a motte and bailey castle by William the Conqueror in the 11th century after the Norman invasion of England to guard the western approach to London, Windsor Castle is said to be the largest occupied castle and the oldest royal residence in the world. The 13-acre castle holds one of the most beautiful churches in England in the form of St. George Chapel, which is also the burial place of 10 monarchs of the UK, state apartments that house some of the royal treasure, and a miniature marvel in the form of Queen Mary's dollhouse. It was the royal family's refugee during Germany's bombings in the World War II, and the castle also survived a fire in 1992. At present, it is Queen Elizabeth II's favorite weekend getaway. (3) Prague Castle. Built in the area of 66,761 square meters, Prague Castle has a history of over 1,000 years. This UNESCO World Heritage Site was built in the 880 AD by the Czech monarchs. It has been declared the largest Asian castle complex in the world by the Guinness Book of World Records. Currently, it serves as an official building for the heads of the state. The castle is situated on the left bank of Vltava River and is home to the collection of Romanesque, Baroque, and Gothic architecture. Prague Castle houses a number of historical sites, museums, and galleries. The main feature of the castle is the St. Vitus Cathedral. 2. Merrigan Fort. Perched upon a hill at 120 meters, Merrigan Fort is the second largest and one of the 10 most beautiful castles in the world. Built in the 14th century by Rojoda, it covers an area of about 81,227 square meters. This magnificent castle is built with the sandstone and is brimming with tales of valor, culture, and history. The main attractions include the Mirror Palace, Moti Mahal, Pul Mahal, Chamunda Mataji Temple, courtyards, and the museum. The palaces inside have a complex carvings along the walls. The visitors can indulge in some zip-lining activity as well. Also, this is one of the largest fortresses in the world. (1) Malbork Castle. A UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1997, Malbork Castle is situated in the town of Malbork in Poland. It was built by Teutonic Knights in 1274 as a fortified monastery. The castle convent was used by these warrior monks as their headquarters while conducting crusades against pagans in the Baltic territories. Although completed in 1406, the castle was expanded quite often, housing about 3,000 Teutonic Knights at one time. After the knights were driven back to Königsberg in 1466, Malbork Castle came under the rule of the Polish monarchy. More than the half of it was destroyed during World War II when Germany occupied Poland, but has since been restored with the final restoration work finishing in 2016. The castle is 143,591 square meters, and the main attractions are the monastery, a huge palace, and a museum that displays the finest items of Teutonic Knights like the weapons and armors. And that's all for today. Thanks guys for watching and see you in the next episode.